What we do here is go back.
Hey guys, and welcome to the victory series of the Punishers tournament right here, guys. It's the Duo Cup number 2. Now, if you remember how things went last time, it was very hectic, very stacked games, and I'm hoping for the same sort of display and talent coming out from the community over here. So make sure you guys bring all the love, as well as hit subscribe, turn on post notifications, because the victory series is still quite a long way to come, and we still got solo tournaments after this in 2 weeks time. Still got more duo tournaments, and talking about the prize pool for the... Oh wait, I've got to add my audio. So first and foremost is the fact that you get 3,000 Rand total. However, this is based off winning a game. So every win equals 1,000 Rand. And that means you got 3 games to try win yourself 1,000 Rand. 500 Rand for your duo, 500 Rand for the partner. Now that is absolutely crazy. And shout out to Punishers for sponsoring this tournament over here, guys. We got amazing players here today. We got Glubs and Ace. We do got as well Neymar Bojo. Got the Cup Chimp, Smegdan. A lot of these guys. I appreciate you guys for screen sharing today. It's an absolute reason why we get to broadcast is because the players are just so generous in terms of screen sharing over there. So amazing stuff. Thank you guys over there for that. But guys, we are running a little bit of a technical break because the couple players are still struggling to get in due to Fortnite. This is beyond our control, but we'll be back for the gameplay when the players are ready to jump into the battle bus. Please stay strapped to your seat. We'll be back as soon as possible. Okay, we are officially jumping into the gameplay. Apologies for the delays, but it is finally happening right over here, guys. So let's see exactly what these competitive players can bring to the party. 91 players into the Fortnite game, even though we do have a little bit of a issue coming out from Fortnite themselves. Unfortunately, some people are struggling to launch it, which is so unfortunate because that means we're missing gameplay on some of the good players, such as the Cov and them. So we'll hopefully get them in game number 2. This is a 3-game tourney. Each game consists of 1,000 rand prize pool, but only for the winner. We got Stale and Iclo going over here at Tilted Towers. I do believe they are contested and should be contested by the Coven Chimp. But I don't know how that is going to be looking like this time around, where Chimp and them are actually not in the game. Couple people flying over and probably going over to surround POIs. So I'm not going to stay too much on this one, and I'm actually going to go have a look at what what Neymar and Bojo are up against, if they are going to be contested. As we do know, in the area or at the POI over here at Command Cave, and there is some contest happening between Luca Moabs as well as Neymar, but I don't know if that's still going on. We are yet to see and get confirmation with the tournament that we have in our palms right now. It is the Punishers Victory Series 2022 that consists of so many tournaments across the field. We started off with the duo. We did do 2 weeks ago a solo tournament, and now we are jumping into the second duo cup of the Victory Series, where 3,000 Rand prize pool is being sponsored by Punishers Organization. And if you guys don't know Punishers Organization, hit that subscribe as well as like, because there is so much more to learn and get from the viewership videos that they do upload over there. So with that being said, let's see exactly what happens here of Spawn. A bit of a passive gameplay already being deciphered here by Name on them, just looting up, not really getting that cover as you would originally constantly see from time to time. Now it does look like a couple scans. They're going to get the Brutus over here and just get him eliminated. And that will be some good card collection and early rotation as well into the vault, which would then mean amazing loot that you get from everyone. Does it look like Bojo in his fight of some sort? Neymar trying to get up, but is going to be held over here as Neymar doesn't have a POV as it currently stands, getting shot from behind right now. And now a little bit of a sandwich in play, and Neymar just needs to get into a better position right now as it stands. He is quite low. Does manage to meet up with Neymar. With Bojo. Very, very close. Bojo does take a hefty amount of damage as well. And this is looking quite scary, quite questionable on what plays they can do over here. No match whatsoever on Bojo, on Neymar. And they are going to be using that launch pad to get a good distance from his oppositions. That had to be played. They had to disengage from that situation, due to the fact that that off-spawn wasn't really too great for them over there. Savage and Chili in the position of logjam right now. It does look like they were uncontested as they are looting quite comfortably. They do have themselves a decent amount of metal as well as wood. However, we'll need to work a little bit on that brick. Chili, however, no mats, no shield whatsoever. Minis being marked over there, however, for Chile to utilize and get to full HP. A team that we didn't really get to spectate too much in the beginning was Gloves and M. Let's see exactly what's happening over there and how things have turned out for them. As you guys can also see, it does look like the team is going to be uncontested. A mutual agreement just to not contest each other anymore, coming out from Subsy as well as his duo Flash. It was a crazy battle. You guys know it from trios, from duos, as well as even solo. Subsy and them were contesting Gloves and Ace at Chunky Speedway. Now this is Battle Royale. You can contest where you like in a tournament. We don't have any rules around that and so forth. But it is always good when a team does show some good sportsmanship and do get a mutual agreement to sort of not contest each other over there anymore. Now, it does look, if I'm not mistaken, Subsy and Flash going Condo Canyons. We're just going to have to confirm that at a later stage to see exactly where they are, where they're located, and how things are going to be looking like for them over there. But I hope you guys are all doing good today. I hope you guys are doing amazing, first and foremost. It's always good to be broadcasting these tournaments here for you guys. Let's get some W's in chat for who do you guys think will be winning today. But you know, it doesn't matter if they come first overall or whatever the case may be. But who do you guys think will be winning the games? Who are good potential players to win some games over here? We also do got Reject and Travis in their positions over here. So let's see exactly what that is going to be looking like. So landing at Rocky Reels, they still one of the only POIs that do have blimps. I think the only POIs currently is gonna be Tilted Towers as well as Rocky Reels, and that means you got IO chests over there and almost really good loot. I mean, if you look at it, the chug splashes out from Rocky is amazing. I think this is gonna be Gloves and them rotating on the surface over here. A little bit of a full spin coming out from them, but they should be able to rotate at a safe distance. Good tags coming out from the duo over there, but now Rejects is needing to heal up quite a bit. We do got Extinct and Funzo, if I'm not mistaken, in the tournament here as well. So you guys can see that come into play. So Extinct and them in the tournament.
Oh, go ahead.
Extinct, could you change your quality from 1080p to 720 30 FPS because you're lagging just a bit?
Okay.
Okay, cool. And that will just be better for you as well in game.
Yeah.
There we go. So now we get to see better movement coming out from the individual. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly who could win because we got so many POVs, so much to work with that we got action across the field for you. We also do got one of Wonder and Zero taking part in this tournament over here. I'm also just going to tell him the same just to decrease the quality that is being displayed for him so that he could just be more smooth. Actually, he's not even struggling. I think he's got a much more decent PC compared to Extinct over there. Got Exility over here as a solo. However, we won't be focusing too much on his gameplay because he is a solo and that would just mean we would potentially put him in scuffed positions. However, over here, guys, we got Adrian as well as Vagrant. Let's see exactly what comes into play for this team over here. Storm Surge is active. We got players running around trying to deal as much damage as they can. Let's see who is sort of in a small or tough position over here. Savage and Chili doing quite great with 200 damage above. We got Altus and Aviva in this position over here with 676 damage above. And then we got Gloves and Ace, which I don't know what's happening over there.
No, any food.
Are you guys still alive?
Nope.
Aish, unlucky.
Okay, but it's whatever. Yeah.
So going over to Extinct, see what's happening over there and how things are looking like for them. So 70 players remaining now. So that Storm Surge is down, but someone was eliminated by Storm Surge. I just saw that in the kill feed right over there. So someone had been eliminated completely. Extincting them in a good position to keep the rotations alive. Going over to Travis and MC, how they've made it into the zone. Does look like they're also in a good position as well. A lot of players here playing very passive because what matters the most is winning the tournament. .62 players remaining. 10 seconds on that zone rotation right over here. Let's go over to Neymar, Bojo. See how things are cooking out for them. How they doing right now. They do manage to get an elimination onto Savage, if I'm not mistaken. So Savage is down and dusted. Where is that POV? I think this was Savage over here who got eliminated. And you can see that they do place 33rd, unfortunately, which is very, very tough rotation that they may have had to encounter. But Neymar and them picking up some eliminations, really good for them. Using a couple utilities as well right now. Nothing to harm them in any way whatsoever. Neymar on full 500, 500, 500. So they're in a good position of material count as well. So really great to see coming out from Neymar and Bojo in a good position that they may potentially secure a top a position of 50-50. But that all comes down to where the zone falls, and right now they do find themselves in a potential slot over there. So let's see exactly what happens. Neymar just looking to see where he could connect and how things could go for him. But what's great about this, again, it's I mentioned, guys, that they do not need to get involved in any action whatsoever. we've actually went down quite the number of players over there. 17 players in a matter of the zone rotating into a smaller portion over there. I was actually hoping for 50-50 Storm Surge, but it doesn't actually look like that's going to come into play right now. You do got 48 players remaining in a 50-50 circle, and look at that. Bojo and Neymar's positioning is quite juicy, that they guarantee that position of theirs over there in 50-50 right over there. So that is great from them. They don't need to use too much materials. Altus and Aviva now need to rotate across the field to get into a good position. But how about Stale and Nyclo? It does look like they are actually not in the game, unfortunately. So Stale and Nyclo not going to be in that game over there. So we'll go over to Vagrant and Adrian. And Adrian and them as well, needing to make a massive rotation for the team right over there. Let's go over to Piv and Steak to see how things are looking like for them as well. They also do now need to make that rotation into the zone. So let's stay on board with this team. Actually, I do have a launch pad, so I almost know it's guaranteed zone. So let's just find somebody that it does need to struggle on that rotation right over there. And if you look at it, guys, there's only one team out of the so many broadcasts that we have that is only in the 50-50. You got Dan making their rotation now into the zone over there. So let's go over to Adrian and Vagrant just to get that POV of rotation. They're just about to make it in, a player in the box, but they do ignore each other completely. Where is Vagrant? As he is quite low, healing up here in a circle just outside. They still need a couple, 1 or 2 meters in to the left, and they should be good over there right now. So you can see them actually do that. So now into the zone, and they are going to try to get a W key. Can't really get the wall. Player goes down and out of sight, and now Adrian and Vagrant just going to make that rotation into the zone, and they are safe. But not that much materials, guys. They do need a massive refresh, and behind, Adrian gets it quite focused, and as well has knocked due to another opposition from behind. That is very unfortunate. The team will be placed 22nd, and that would mean they now need to reevaluate things on how they rotate. On the other side of things, we did see Altus and Aviva as well get eliminated from there, and due to Deimos and E-Take. Going back to Neymar and Bocha to see how things are looking like for them. Material-wise, still on 500, 500, 500. They also should have potential launch pads that they could utilize. So they do find an opposition one, which will they be using right now over there. Going into a max pool zone. Don't need to rotate a bit. Bojo quite low on HP, does need to chuck splash, both of them in fact, and now they can then continue to focus on that rotation play at hand right here. So just imagine if Neymar's on 555, what material counts Bojo has, and it does look like they're going to go in for another launchpad player right over here, just to save on materials, and in fact grab hype right here. What a steal coming out from Neymar, but where is Bojo is the question. It does look like he's just going to focus on his gameplay. Has a solo on height right now, but it does have the SMG in which he can absolutely use and beam. Bojo makes his way right now, managing to meet up with Neymar on that heightened position. Going over to Rejects and them to see how things are looking like for them and how they can continue those rotations on their side of things. It does look like they grabbed second to heighten. The players who Neymar was focusing was actually Travis and Rejects. Now Travis and Rejects just need to focus on their own rotations right over here. You do got Storm active, but not going to be bothering this duo over here. 1,500 damage above. That is a spectacular number, and it does look like they have themselves some additional heals that they can utilize. Here, Rejects, what he needs to do and train himself is to use those heals as much as possible. But they have such refreshes over here, and they look quite comfortable as well. And now they're going to be focusing on that rotation right over here. He does have himself decent loadout as well as armored walls if he does get into a focused position. But it does look like Rejects leading the top right over here, as Travis and them will be coming in from behind. But oh, Vogue cannot handle the heat coming out from Rejects. Rejects gets a spectacular refresh now all the way to bottom low, and that's looking good for them. them as they can continue controlling their top in the position of low ground. Here on height, however, we do got Bojo and them who are sitting on 4 eliminations in total, and they're just going to continue doing what they can, try to do best over here. We did see in Duo 1, actually, Gloves and Ace were the team to eliminate Neymar and Bojo from winning in Game 1 of Duo 1 victory series right over there. This time around, however, they do have that high-tip position. This is almost guaranteed victory royale, but the question is, can they control height? Can they handle the pressure when it comes down to the 2v2 or 2v1? We are yet to see exactly what that scene looks like. Going over to Extincting them to see how things are looking like on their end as the duo is alive in this endgame position, sticking to each other like glue, and that's exactly what you need in your teammate, the chemistry to continue the topping in this position. 13 players remaining. AV Dan gets the elimination over there in on Smeg, so going over to Smeg to see how things are looking like for them as they also continue those rotations in the position of low ground. But it does look like Dan is going to be the only player for the team and will now need to carry that added pressure. Going into heal off very early means that he will not be able to survive, and we go over to Neymar and Devon Height. Good control coming out from the team right over there, and let's just see what Rejects and them are up to right over here. How are things being held from the duo right over here right now? Actually coming out placing 5th, so unfortunately they won't be able to grab that prize pool money, and I think it all just basically comes down to how well the duo name on them come in at endgame rotation. Five players remaining in this going to end moments of the zone right now. Very skeptical on who will be grabbing this one. 105 max here on Neymar. He should be in a good position. Doesn't have too much SMG ammo, however, so has to be cautious, and that's why Bojo is trying to do all the damage he can possibly in this position over here. Players down low fighting, and AV Dan just spectating and having a look. It does look like Bojo's going to go in for the full sweep on the low ground, but can he do much? He can't actually, as he does get knocked, and that siphon is going to come into play right now. Neymar is going to try playing for that heal off with the 4 floppers at hand, but will he be able to secure that for himself is the question. Going all the way into the zone, does he have enough floppers? We are yet to see exactly whether or not he does. Player on low ground healing. And the heal off comes in favor for Neymar. He grabs game number 1 and 1,000 rand for him and Bojo. And that's exactly what you love to see in that situation over there. Spectacular plays coming out from the team. Guys, that was game number 1 of the Punisher Victory Series. We'll see you guys in just a short bit as we set up game number 2.
What we do here is go back.
Yo, and welcome back to the Punishers Victory Series, where 1,000 rand gets you, where a win gets you 1,000 rand actually. Well, game number one was quite interesting. We had Neymar and Boja grab the win. Rejects and Travis did look like potential winners as well. Unfortunately, they had to come out at number 5. But as well as the other competitive players, Glubs and Ace had an unfortunate run where this is meant to be passive gameplay until endgame, because if you're not going for the win, what are you doing exactly? A win is what gets you prize pool. So unfortunately, while Boja and them were boxed up mid-game, they had been doubly keyed, and you're not really expecting a South African Fortnite player or even an African Fortnite player to jump in a player's box when the prize pool is for winning the tournament. So let's see exactly what Glubs and Ace can do for themselves this time around. I think game 2, they can come back with a solid win and just continue that consistency of winning in the Punisher Victory Series. We do know that they won 1,000 rand in Duo Cup 1, but it comes down to being consistent this time around. Going over to leaderboard, however, guys, we do got Boja and them who managed to win the game, and that way they do have that 1,000 points that is shown over there. On the other side of things, let me just put that down. On the other side of things, Fanzo and Extinct came out in second place. Very close to them, actually, but it was that heel-off that made Boja and Neymar win. There's the rest of the top 7 players that you guys can see. We got Smeg and Dan, Moog and Cobra, Rejects and Travis, Warrior, Genie, Keaton, and Energy. So that was quite the run-off for game number 1. But we're jumping on board with game number 2, guys. And that's essentially where you guys want to watch, right? So we're going to be going on board with the players over here. So let's see what happens. And there we go. Yeah, we got Neymar to jump on board over there. So, yeah. Wish the players best of luck. Have fun today, guys. That's generally what the tournament's all about. 86 players going to be jumping from the battle bus. Let's see exactly what will be happening with some of these Fortnite players to get into their POIs. We're going to be jumping on board with Neymar and Bojo in this position. So let's see exactly what happens and how they are able to get into their situation. Are they contested? Is Luca and Moabs here today? Let's see. Well, they were contested game number 1, but I'm not too sure exactly by who they were contested by. Good job coming in from both teams, which is really good. Managing to get a gun off spawn, and they will be getting themselves as well 100 shield. I want to just go jump on board with multiple POVs that we can get, and just to see if any of these teams are fighting with spawn over here. So it does look like they are aggressively pushing this building in hopes that there might be a team here. But it doesn't look like the team's actually finding anyone or any footprints for that matter. So it does look like Chili and Savage here contested. So there goes the footprints. They know exactly where the player is located. 104 mats. Unfortunately, was going to be using that build to just jump on. Good play just to farm up. You know, you got to farm up, especially in these situations where mats of spawn is quite scarce. No builds whatsoever coming out for the team over here. Nice crack, however. And he's going to go in for the full elimination over here. But it's only 33 damage coming out from Savage. Not enough to clean up. And now he's going to get knocked. And it's all coming down to Chili to clutch up right over here. Let's see exactly what happens, though. Chili gets a good distance. The Siphon HP mustn't come into play. But it does look like it will actually. And now Chili needs to miraculously do a 1v2. And let's see exactly what happens right there. Nice knock. No mats whatsoever here on Chili. But it doesn't look like he actually has the ammo or the materials to do anything over there. And Chili and Savage are going to be eliminated off spawn over there. And that is very, very unfortunate. But it is what it is. Here is Dale and Iclo off spawn at Tilted Towers. It does look like they are uncontested as well at this POI for the time being. As again, guys, the Coven Chimp are actually running into issues, which is very, very unfortunate. And would have been amazing to see the gameplay coming out from that team over there. But 77 players remained. That means we got 9 players who had died of spawn. A lot of passive gameplay being displayed by the competitive players, understanding that, you know, you do generally get money only due to winning. So it does look like they're going for the vote. There goes the players flying in the sky. They do got 1 elimination, so it does look like they are happily winning off spawn in these situations. There goes the launch pads and good loot for that matter. That is an auto shotgun epic, but it doesn't look like Neymar and Bojo actually do enjoy the auto shotgun. We've just seen them with the striker pumps and rolling with that in the current tournaments that we've had in the season. So, bit questionable on why that is the case. Going over to Altus as well as a Beaver. See how things are looking like for them. Does look like enemies are parked outside the building. Altus gets a good POV over here from behind. Players in the house right now. And this could be really good shots that they could get. But it does look like now he gets a good distance. That would have been an amazing setup or a trap that they could have got into play. But Altus and Aviva now just keeping their distance and going back to base, which is here, staying boxed up and so forth. Good material on them. They, however, do need a lot more metal to go into the end game with, because that 54 is not going to be looking too good over there. On the other side of things, at Smeg and Dan, they are being at a off-spawn situation at Daily Bugle. They're uncontested as well, which is good for them. You know, they do got that guaranteed positions to make it into endgame with a decent amount of loot. And that's why we actually found Dan and Smeg alive in those endgame rotations. I would like to see this team, in either if it's today or 4 weeks from now, win themselves a victory royale, because I think that they are capable of doing it. Smeg, you know, according to some people, still is top 10. So he has made a name for himself in the South African community. It's not just, you know, living up to that name, grinding the Fortnite competitive tournaments that we do have in South Africa and so forth. FNCS is also around the corner. I want to see who does the best in those over there. It's going to be quite interesting when FNCS is being displayed, and you do also have your Punisher Victory Cups as well happening. So let's see exactly what happens over there and how things start to turn out for the teams. Going over to Reject and then just to see how things are looking like from there. And it does look like that Rocky Reels with a couple of players in and around them as well. But they should be safe. They should be in a good position. Ooh, Llama here for Rejects and them. And they need to stop making a play for the Llama right now. Rejects aim quite off over there. Going to Vagrant and Slane to see how things are looking like for them. Fully max bar rotation coming in play for them. Let me just tell Vagrant to change the quality.
Like here.
Yo, Vagrant?
Yes.
You're shooting 1080p 60 FPS. Could you change that to 720 30
yeah.
so it's just better for you and for the viewers?
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Good luck,
Thanks.
good luck.
Thanks.
Hours?
Don't forget to screen share, Vagrant.
FPS.
There we go. So max rotation here for the team. They are going to be going sort of, and hopefully dead side rotation for the team over here. You know, maybe a lot of players are going to be trying to focus on those rotations over there. So that might just be a slight issue, is that, you know, everyone's trying to play it safe, and then comes the issue of actually meeting up with so many people. Vagrant getting just max medal, good position for him, good decision as well to do so, because you know you do have the end games coming quite soon, and max shield and so forth is really good to have. So yeah, let's see exactly what happens from that team over there. Exility, I don't hear game sound, eh? Just saying, maybe it might be desktop. So there we go, Exility and Struck on the rotation in the zone. They got a good distance to go, but what I do like about the new mechanics is that with sliding and running is that you can actually outrun the zones, especially from zone 2. So you can actually see here the team making it into the zone quite quickly. So with running and sliding into the game, it means you get a good distance and traveling speed from point A to point B. So that's really great for the team. Using those chug splashes to stay at an equivalent HP, that means that, you know, 3-1 can't necessarily eliminate you, but it can. But with better movement, you know, you can avoid being eliminated at 160 HP. But it does look like they have a good far distance. We're going to stay on board with Exility and Strux just to see exactly what goes into play. Maybe they do run into another duo or so. Couple tags coming in, but good tags for the oppositions over there. That's what you need, you know, taking every good opportunity to get a couple good damages in, because those are Storm Surge tags that the team would need. So well done to those oppositions over there. Good rotation and plays coming up from Exility, leading his team just into the zone right now as it currently stands, but gonna be boxing up as well over here. So good play, well done to the team for that rotation. We got to see a little bit of that in action. Going back to Vagrant and Slave just to see exactly what's happening on their end. Have they made it to their destination without any issues? And just as I say that, they are going to get focused right over here. Lots of damage, not really. One tag coming in with that SMG. But now they're going to get blown up and out of that vehicle. Slane taking 50 damage in total over there. Car going absolutely crazy right now. So they find themselves in a good position, not on that much mats actually, so you can actually see the teams dropping each other some materials, etc. So he's back to 500. That who's this individual? So Wonder and Zero in this position right now. So 63 players remaining on there. And the thing that I'm a bit skeptical about is that they're in wood, but they still need to rotate, so they don't necessarily need to change that now into heavy metal. So need to get into that next zone. And actually interesting that the zone's going to be around Logjam. I know a couple people might just find it a bit struggling to the fact that maybe it could go on water. They do have themselves a rift to rotate with, so great play from them. So they're gonna get into zone and into a good position. Dan and Smeg, we are back with them over there. Good positioning for themselves. They will maybe need to find themselves rotating at a later stage, however. So let's see exactly what that will be looking like for them when we do come back. We will give Dan and Smeg the watch in endgame and get the commentating on that over there. So let's see exactly what happens for that team right now. So clubs actually listening to music while competing, and that's why my Spotify is connecting. Ooh, clubs and ace. However, guys, in a sticky one over here, 101 brick, 120 metal. No white shields whatsoever. No 50 pots in the back pocket as well. So they may have found themselves in a weird one right over here. So let's see exactly what happens with the team. It does look like they're still going to get W keyed as it stands right over here, or just box fight situations. Does look like they use the launch pad, so they're just going to save that launch pad over there. They can't actually place any armored wall. Very unfortunate, but they can actually use that right now if they want to. Does Ace grab it? Ace does grab that launch pad as well. So getting themselves into a good position. There's 50% water, 50% land at Logjam location right now. Does the 50% 50 go into the water though? Does fifth zone become water? We're going to have to wait and see. 56 players remaining at this current stage of time. It does look like we'll be looking at that storm surge coming into effect for game number 2, fifth zone. So let's see exactly what that looks like. Name and them positioning themselves quite well over here, but their car is going to explode anytime now. And they must come up. They must get themselves in a good position. They're actually going to get knocked right here. Neymar, unfortunately, not looking too good. Burning builds happening in and around the vicinity. Launch pad at play, but no, he's boxed. And again, another launch pad being used, and he's just panicking. Bojo being erupted with panic right now, but he can come to low ground and potentially get that revive at play. So just like that, they managed to stay alive. But that was very, very close. Neymar going down like that is not what you want to look at. It does look like Talking Tom, which I do believe is gloves and ace. They get one elimination over there. And oh, unfortunately, they are going to get themselves eliminated. So Jappy, the upheat, will eliminate gloves and ace over there. But they still game 3, and I do believe that they can grab game 3 over there, guys. Let's just get in our hopes and prayers that they can actually do that for us over there. So game 3, still time to redeem themselves for that consistency in winning one game at least in the victory series, like they did in the duo for Duo Cup 1 for them right now. They're not exactly in zone and therefore going to need to start getting in. And they're actually fine. They also do have that launch pad, so at least no launch pads went to waste over here. But a little bit of a panic move coming out from Bojo. He was placing launch pads left, right, and center, burning himself up as well. But he did manage to become calm and collected. So that was a bit scary for him over there. But he is going to now stay alive and just focus on those rotations over there. Extinct and Fonzo also do have a max zone rotation for themselves. Let's just see exactly who all has max zone rotations coming into play. Altus and Aviva. You got Dan 1x potentially as well in a max rotation. Quality looking quite horrendous on Dan's point of view over here, but really can't even do much right now. So they are 50% of the 50-50 actually goes into water. So sort of correct on that prediction. Now a lot of players won't be too happy to make those rotations over there. You got that little bit of land, however, to work with and box up on players' sides over there. So let's see exactly what happens right now. So good positioning for Dan and them. Let's go see how Stale and Nyclo is looking right over there. So Stale and Nyclo also in a good position. Does look like they can focus players rotating in the sky. Stale's aim, however, not connecting any shots as well as Nyclo. And they do need to a little bit work on that over there just to get themselves quite the damage or even eliminations when they have the opportunity to, because when both players are beaming at a single individual, they need to get some cracks or even a full knock and elimination over there. So they have themselves a max pool right over here. They do got themselves, however, a launch pad to work with. Let's see how Vagrant and them will need to work with their rotation on their end. So it's just Slane, however, left alone in this position. And he has a max pool as well. Not a lot of mats to work with, actually. 117, 219 brick. Hopefully he's able to find and spot an opposition launch pad at play right here, and it does look like he will be able to find one. A short launch from him, and does he land straight onto the individual? He does, but does not connect any powerful shots whatsoever. It comes now down to just building and covering his ends left, right, and center to continue those rotations right now over there. So we're gonna leave Slane in a position where there's not a lot of pressure coming out from him. Agility and Strux right over here, also focusing on rotation as it currently stands. They do have only max metal, or just about 300 metal to work with at hand over here, so they will need a refresh of some sort to focus on the rotation. A good drop, however, coming in from Strux, as he does get 470 wood to work with. No launch pads whatsoever, but Storm Surge becoming active in just a bit over there, with 35 players are alive over here, guys. That's absolutely crazy. Well done to the Fortnite South African community, showing that time and time they can upgrade in skill and level. So let's see exactly what happens here. It does look like Strux is going to get eliminated. A lot of fall damage coming into play from Agility over there. Not the best of play for him in that one over there. Altus and Aviva now in the rotation as well, and it does look quite good for them as it currently stands. Decent amount of mats to work with, and I'm sure Aviva is the topper in that position, while Altus is just going to focus on those fraggings. But we did promise that the viewers that will give Smeg and Dan the watch time over here. So 21 players remaining, decent amount of mats as well to work with. Hey, running right here in the open, kind of scary in terms of players that could have beamed them from the top. Good control here on low ground as it currently stands. Goes out into zone, and they do have that med mist as well as chug splashes to get back to a decent amount of HP. And just as I say that, they are getting heavily focused, and there goes Dan. Now Smeg with literally no 1 HP to his name. I don't think he's able to heal up over there. In fact, he does though. He gets eliminations on the Osborne. He's sitting on 2 right now. Smeg trying to clutch up over here and get his team into a good position. But it doesn't matter how passive you have to be or how clutch play. You need to win the game if you want to try win yourself some prize pool over here. Question is, will Smeg be able to do so? As a solo, we're just not going to get a lot of gameplay out of that. And in fact, it does look like Neymar and them are also going to be eliminated, as well as those individuals over there. So we're going to go over to Stale Nightglow. Maybe? No, Stale Nightglow dead. And it does look like the only player we do have to watch is going to be Dan and Smeg either way. So let's go back to them, see how Smeg can do in a clutch position right now over here. So a lot of the individuals have died already in unforeseen events. So let's see exactly what happens right now with Smeg. Solo player. There is another solo in and around here, and he does find him. Nice 52 damage. He does want to go in and full commit to this one, but here I say he doesn't have too much match to actually do so, and he does pick up just 150. A little bit of a gift from Fortnite to keep his rotation safe, but now the players do find him, take him out with ease. And I think this could actually be rejects in them. Nope, it's not rejects in them. I lie. So right now comes to winning this game, and I think the game has been won. So GG's to everyone. We're gonna actually see who won that game over there. But that was interesting. A bit unfortunate that we didn't get to see everyone's sort of winning pop or the winning pop over there. So or even really massive clutch plays at hand. But we'll be back, guys, with game number 3, the final game for the evening. Please stay by. Let's get the viewers up. Let's hit that like button while you guys are here as well. We'll see you guys in just a bit.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.